This is macosken.
Reports of return to retail, iMacs are thinning out, and lassoing more awards. It's Monday, the 22nd of March, 2021. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from macosken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Sunbasket. Get $90 off and 4 free gifts across your first 4 deliveries at sunbasket.com/macosken with offer code macosken. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macosken. Deutsche Bank is still hot for Apple shares. TipRanks has Deutsche Bank analyst Sidney Ho issuing a note offering iPhone numbers about which I do not care. Okay, that's not true. The numbers are interesting and notable, though the part I find most interesting is his news around Apple retail. About half of Apple Store customers have come back, like physically. According to Mr. Ho, while store traffic bottomed out in the spring of 2020, it has improved since and is now at about 40% to 50% of the volume seen pre-pandemic. It's like the reverse of that nature is healing thing. As for iPhone, those numbers are relatively consistent. In fact, those are his words. TipRanks says since the pandemic's onset, the iPhone share of the U.S. installed base and length of smartphone ownership has remained, in Ho's words, relatively consistent. When looking to make a smartphone purchase, the piece goes on to say 57% of iPhone users intend to get the latest model, just below the 59% who plan to do so in December of 2019. Storage-wise, less are inclined to get 512GB models, the highest amount available, although 64GB appears to be insufficient to most. Since December of 2019, consumers buying 64GB models have dropped from 18% to 8%, while in the same period, those purchasing 128GB models grew from 12% to 24%. Sounds like a better ASP to me. As for the 5G supercycle, Ho doesn't seem to think it's here yet. Quoting his note, the launch of 5G smartphones does not seem to have significantly changed the length of smartphone ownership, both iPhone and other, although we do expect the refresh cycle to accelerate when 5G infrastructure is more built out. Deutsche Bank has a buy rating on Apple shares. The firm's price target on the shares is $160. Speaking of retail, as we were before we were obliged to talk about the iPhone, India is getting a few more non-Apple Apple stores. iMore says Apple premium reseller and retail partner Unicorn has said it will open 4 to 6 stores in India over the coming months. The piece quotes a report from the Economic Times of India, which says Apple's retail partner Unicorn is planning to open 4 to 6 new flagship and premium stores in the country in the next fiscal year, a top company official said on Friday. Interestingly, Unicorn director Baljinder Pal Singh indicates a return to retail in India as well. He's quoted as saying, "Now, everything is back to normal. People have started coming to malls. Therefore, we have opened the largest Apple flagship premium reseller store in Delhi, spread over an area of 3,000 square feet. He went on to say that he and his will be opening 4 to 6 new stores in India, including 2 flagship stores in the first half of the coming financial year, with the rest opening in the latter half. You know how the semiconductor shortage seemed mostly okay for Apple? Yeah, maybe not now, according to a piece from Apple Insider. A piece from that site says a fire at chipmaker Renesas could have considerable impact on semiconductor supplies around the world, with major car makers and Apple possibly taking a hit. The damage sounds sort of small, According to the piece, Friday's fire at a facility outside of Tokyo halted production of 300-millimeter wafers, as well as damaging 2% of the equipment at the facility. While 2% doesn't sound like a lot, with worldwide supply as tight as it is, every little loss has the potential to hurt. A piece from the Financial Times has the CEO of Renesas saying, "We are concerned that there will be a massive impact on chip supplies. We will pursue every means possible to minimize the impact." Again, though, with fabs running full bore, it's hard to know what steps they can take. While Renesas is listed as one of Apple's suppliers on the main supplier list, Apple Insider doubts that the Cupertino company's products will be directly affected. That said, the report says the increase in strain on other facilities and chip producers may be a bigger factor for Apple in general, given any component sourced from the plant will have to be made elsewhere in the immediate future. iMac Pro is officially finished. Mac Rumors ran a piece Friday saying the top-of-the-line iMac has been officially discontinued, with the machine no longer available for purchase from the Apple online store. Apple said a couple of weeks ago that the machine would be going away, with purchases available while supplies remained. Stock dried up completely on Friday, according to the report, and now the iMac Pro page is gone from the company's site. If a Mac Pro is too much, or you just groove on the all-in-one desktop, Mac Rumor says Apple recommends that users choose the 27-inch iMac, which was last refreshed in August of 2020. The current 27-inch iMac configured with a 10-core Core i9 processor is faster and more affordable than the standard iMac Pro with a 10-core Xeon W processor was. Or if you're just desperate to have what's now hard to get, the piece says several iMac Pro models are still available on Apple's refurbished store. While the run-of-the-mill iMac is not being discontinued, its options are apparently being thinned out. A piece from Apple Insider said storage choices for the 21.5-inch 4K model have been whittled down. According to the piece, the 512GB and 1TB flash options have been removed. Apple's online store now only lists options for the 256GB SSD and 1TB Fusion drive, according to the report. While Apple Insider does not say that Apple has killed those options to make way for new Apple Silicon iMacs, it does point to that possibility. The piece points out it is rumored that Apple could be preparing to bring out an updated iMac with Apple Silicon. A report filed in the Xcode Crash Reporter on the 17th of March included references to an Apple Silicon iMac. More news in a moment, but first a word from Sunbasket, delivering oven-ready meals that are fast, fresh, and delicious. Sunbasket wants you to eat well and love what you're eating, and they have made that easier than ever. I've got a delivery coming this week, and I am stoked. 2 fresh and ready meals, 1 meal kit. I'll be telling you about those later this week. In the meantime, you should check out some of the great meals they have for you, like braised beef Penang curry with jasmine rice and sweet peas, or shrimp paella with fire-roasted tomatoes and bell pepper. Their fresh and ready meals are just $8.99, so they're good for your body and your budget. Everything I've had from Sunbasket has been amazing. Maybe because of their premium quality ingredients, or maybe because their chefs have won Michelin Awards and a James Beard Award. Actually, it's probably all of that. Now is an excellent time for you to check them out, because right now Sunbasket has a limited time offer. Get $90 off and 4 free gifts across your first 4 deliveries, including free shipping on the first box when you go right now to sunbasket.com/macosken and enter promo code macosken at checkout. That's sunbasket.com/macosken and enter promo code macosken at checkout for $90 off and 4 free gifts across your first 4 deliveries, plus free shipping on your first box. Sunbasket.com/macosken and enter promo code macosken. Offer expires on the 13th of April. The art for personal radio stations and Apple Music is getting less personal, it seems. iDownload blog says the company has been using a user's profile pic for personal radio station cover art. Now the piece says Apple Music has opted to adopt a more uniform artwork style for the personalized radio station. They've replaced the user face, or whatever avatar they have, with a play button and a bunch of circles. It seems kind of weird that a service that wants to be yours would replace your face. iDownload blog puzzles over that a bit, saying it's possible this is just a minor change leading to something bigger, like animated options. But as it stands right now, it seems like a strange change. And finally today, a phrase that is starting to sound a bit repetitive. Congratulations to the folks behind Ted Lasso. Apple issued a press release Sunday night announcing 2 wins for the show from the Writers Guild of America. The series took home the WGA Awards for Best New Series and Best Comedy Series. The list of awards for the 1-season-old show is pretty impressive. So far, the Cupertino streamer says Ted Lasso has won AFI Program of the Year, a Golden Globe Award for Jason Sudeikis in the Best Comedy Actor category, 3 Critics' Choice Award wins, including Best Comedy Series, Best Actor in a Comedy Series for Sudeikis, and Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series for Hannah Waddingham. And the piece points out there are more nominations outstanding, which means the potential for more awards on the way. So I spent the weekend making art and sort of forgetting about podcasting. All that means no in a few minutes this week. I'll just keep making macOS Ken and more art, maybe. In a few minutes starts again next Monday. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Sunbasket. Get $90 off and 4 free gifts across your first 4 deliveries at sunbasket.com/macosken with offer code macosken. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macosken. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.